Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Coffee Run Live, episode 524. I am back. Guess who's back? Back again. Nicholas back. Tell your friends. Hello, Charlotte. Good morning and welcome to Monday. Really excited to come back into a bright, shiny new year. Let's hope that this year is everything that you want it to be and that you're determined to do absolutely everything to make it the best, most awesome and amazing year ever. Can we all just make a note of how long my hair is? I think that this is an important thing that we need to discuss first of all today. The last time that I shaved it was August for a photo shoot, which is really hilarious. You know, I remember waking up that particular day and going, oh, I've got a photo shoot today. I should shave my head. How odd, how strange. So it's like August, September, October, November, December, January. So maybe 4 months, four or 5 months growth. I think that's pretty damn good. We are absolutely getting there. Thank you, Mary Rose. You are gorgeous. I'm feeling like they're spindly. They're due to be filled tomorrow. So tomorrow or Wednesday, actually, they'll be like big, bright, shiny lashes. Good morning, Linda. How are you? Happy 2021. Happy New Year. So I wanted to just raise a couple of things. There's a few things going on that I think have been going on in this industry for a really long time. And I think it is total bullshit. I think it's completely not okay on any level, actually. And these are people who sign people up for their stuff who might be really excellent salesperson people, and then they can't deliver. So I know that this kind of, it seems really obvious to perhaps people like you and me, but you know, if you have been trained in a modality, let's say this is a story I heard this morning. I was talking to a lovely woman who really needed some help with a particular issue. And the person signed her up for a $4,000 program, told her unequivocally that her thing that she had needed to be worked through would be solved and everything like this, and paid $4,000 for 6 weeks, worked through that whole process, and then said, oh, sorry, it didn't work because of COVID. Now, if you're a coach, if you're a healer, if you're an energy practitioner, if you've got, if you do any sort of like rewiring, reprogramming, coaching type stuff, saying that it didn't work because of COVID is complete horseshit. I can't even believe that somebody in this industry would be doing that. I think that's really, really poor form. The thing that you've always got to do, no matter whether you're brand new to something or not, is that you've got to know that you've got to commit to, in my opinion, to doing absolutely everything humanly possible to make sure that you're able to deliver on that thing that you say you're going to be able to deliver on. And if you can't, then you should piss right off out of this industry. You should go and do something else, because just because you're good at sales and you can command a $4,000 sale, that's complete, it's bullshit, and it gives everyone a bad name, and karma will come and bite you on the ass, is what I have to say about that. Don't freaking do it. So anyway, now, this all assumes, right, that you go and do the work. You know, that if you're the client, that you've got to go and do the work. You've got to go and do the things that you've been told to do. So, for example, if you said, oh, Nicola, I want to make 20 grand a month and I want to do it doing X, Y, Z, I say, yeah, okay, cool, we can do that. But you've got to be prepared to do this, and this. So, one of the things that I actually said to this lady, she said, oh, can you coach me one-on-one? And I said, well, yeah, I can, but I think you should start in my lower end stuff first. I think you should start with my book, make sure that I'm the right person for you, because here's the thing, you guys, whether you're a client of mine, like as in a paying client, hello, Dad, whether you're a paying client of mine or whether you are not, doesn't matter either way, the thing that you've got to be aware of is that business can be freaking hard. Hey, Carmen, business can be really freaking hard. In order for you to get a result marketing yourself online in terms of selling your courses, getting enrollment, selling your coaching, getting people into your practice, whatever it is, hey Brad, the thing that you've got to know is that it takes consistency and it takes passion and it takes time. And I'm really sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Marketing yourself online and positioning yourself online takes time. It is hard fucking work. It is absolutely worth it. Now, my version of hard work might be different to your version of hard work. My version of hard work is digging holes in the garden with a shovel, right? I don't think that committing to writing a blog, showing up on a live stream, being inspiring, motivating, going and doing the actions, I don't actually think that that's hard work. It just takes time. It takes consistency though, right? And particularly if you're new, you might not see results straight away. You will see results if you are consistent and if you keep going, but if you're not going to be consistent, if you're not willing to really, kind of go all in, balls and all, boots and all, doing everything that you really want to do and giving it your everything, then it's probably not going to work for you. And unfortunately, this is a bright and shiny message for the start of the year, isn't it? The fact of the matter is that 97% of businesses don't make it past the first 2 years, right? It's horrific. And why is this? And my opinion, my belief, is that this is because everyone is out there saying, business is easy, just buy a Bitcoin and, whatever. Or just buy this software and all of a sudden everyone will buy your course. All you need to do is go and do this and have this fancy funnel built and you'll be a millionaire in 6 months. It's not necessarily true for most people. For most people, what it takes, hey Lisa, for most people, what it takes is consistent work, working the process, doing the things that need to be done. So most people need a plan, right? So if you have thought to be able to go through and do that, because otherwise you're kind of going off haphazard, just throwing shit at a wall, hoping that something's going to stick. And, you can do that, but it might take you 2 or 3 years to work out what's actually going to stick, right? And again, this is where most businesses don't last because they don't have the wherewithal to keep going or the grit to keep going after 2 or 3 years of not having the results. So what do we do about it? Well, the first thing that you need a plan. Now, if you have thought about pivoting, hey Jeanette, pivoting, changing, doing something differently, changing your perhaps changing your niche, maybe changing your program. Maybe you thought, oh, look, given the whole COVID scenario, maybe you want to go and build out an online course. Maybe you want to go and do some more speaking. Maybe you want to, build an evergreen product, write a book. Hi, Mindy. Whatever it happens to be, the thing that you always need to, really think about is, all right, what is going on in my head? And I would journal on this. What is going on in my head that could potentially sidetrack me, trip me up, stop me from doing what it is that I want? Now, I'm just going to put this in the chat. Just give me a sec. In the chat, in the comments. I'm going to try and type this in the comments. Might not work. I normally do this on live trainings and it's not the same when I'm working on my computer. Can I go in there and do this on here? Will it let me? Come on. No. Okay, you're going to have to write it down for yourself. And then when Jess is doing this later, maybe she'll pop the notes in. All right, so the first thing that you've really got to do, the first thing that you've got to do is go, all right, what is going to get in my way of pulling this off? And the big thing that tends to happen, particularly if you're looking at refining your niche, doing a niche hop, going and doing something different is, well, what if it doesn't sell? What if I can't make it work? There are other people out there with more qualifications than me. Do I need to go and get another certification? Do I need to go and do another course? Do I need to go and X, Y, Z? Do I need to go and get some more letters after my name? What am I going to do here? And what happens is all of that stuff that's rolling around in the back of your head can really undermine your confidence. So the first thing that you want to do, and actually do this every day, if there's some sticky things that are kind of like constantly coming up, like, oh, I don't know if I have the energy, or I don't know if I can do this, or, anything that ripples through with self-doubt, no one's going to pay me. I'm not known for this. I wish in 2015 I had followed this process, right, to the letter at the start of 2015. At the start of 2015, I remember wanting to get out of doing the things I've been doing for 5 years, which was really teaching people how to use Facebook ads, how to build funnels, and teaching all of that stuff. I really wanted to, I had a conversation with my mentor at the time. What I really wanted to do was to help people get out of their own way with their mindset and really follow their heart, their soul, their calling, that thing that they really, really wanted to do, and help them with their mindset, you know? So I really wanted to do that. And I was so worried that it wouldn't work. Right? I'd had 5 years of being really well known in the industry as being the Facebook ads person or a Facebook ads person. I was making millions of dollars, you know, doing really, really well. And it just wasn't lighting me up anymore. So I was like, right, I've got to go and change. But I was worried that people wouldn't pay. I was worried that I wouldn't be taken seriously. It's like all of that stuff that I worried about when I first started up my business all came back up to the forefront when I wanted to pivot. And it was quite debilitating. In fact, you know, I've just gone, all right, I'm just going to do it. Quick, go. And for about 2 months, I persisted, and then I've gone, this is shit. This is not working. And I reverted back to doing the things that I didn't want to do anymore, which was teaching funnels and how to do Facebook ads and all this sort of stuff. And it's not that it didn't work or it wasn't amazing, but it didn't set my soul on fire, right? I wasn't passionate about Facebook ads. Hey, Amanda. So I wished back then that I had the awareness to actually sit and write out all of these things that I thought would get in my way and find a way of getting rid of them. And really, to me, that's about going, all right, once you shine the light on them, then you can decide whether or not you want that to have power over you or not. But for me, because it was there and I didn't let it go, I didn't acknowledge it, it's like trying to shut out a screaming child who is sitting over in the corner or yelling at you. You know, ignoring it doesn't make it go away most of the time, right? You've got to acknowledge it, you've got to deal with it, and then send it on its way to go and do whatever it is that it needs to do. And these negative things, this garbage that rattles around in your head is the same type of thing. So ignoring it is no good. You've really got to address it front and center. And what that will do for you, if you do all of that, is it will actually give you the confidence to go, all right, well, you know what? If it doesn't work, then that's okay. I will find another way and everything will be fine. I've got my knowledge, I've got my experience, I've got my mindset nailed. Once you've got that right, it makes these next things that you need to do a whole lot easier. So step 1 is getting rid of all of the garbage rolling around in your head, ready to really get ready and get into the things that you want to be doing. Hey, Shan, mwah, back at you, you beautiful thing. The second thing that you really need to do, and this, you cannot do this enough, right? You cannot do this enough. It's getting really clear on who you are, who you want to serve, and who you want to help this year, right? Now, sounds a bit, I know I talk about this all the time, and this is the whole niching conversation. But the thing when you want to change, pivot, start a new course, do something different, change the way you're doing it, talk to different people, if you're wanting a different result, the thing that we know is that you can't keep doing the same goddamn thing over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. You know, it's I think it was Einstein said this, the very definition of insanity. Like, you're not going to get to where you want to be if you're not already there now doing the same things that you've been doing. Yeah, there is an argument for consistency. Yes, there is an argument for persistence, but sometimes it verges more on stupidity, to be blunt, versus, you know, making these decisions. So get really clear on who it is that you really want to help. Take the money out of it. Don't worry about you if you say, oh, look, I want to do a 6-week course. I want to talk on stage. I want to run a retreat. I want to fill up my practice. That's great. Those are all vehicles for monetizing it, basically, and for making money. You've got to come back first and foremost to the exact kind of person that you want to help. You need to know who they are. So give them a name, give them an age, give them a family situation. Are they married? Are they single? Do they have children? Are they married with no children? You know, whatever their situation might be, get clear on that. Then start working out, all right, what are all their problems? Hey, Neri, how are you? Happy New Year. What are their problems? Not just in the area that you want to help them with. So if you are someone who really helps people to write books, right? The problems that you want to brainstorm are not only around what are the problems that people have when they're writing their books. Get clear on all of the problems that they have in their world. And there are many. We are all complex beings. We're not really complex beings. We all have many issues, many problems, and it could be motivation, inspiration. It could be around trying to find the time, trying to juggle, you know, children and business and partners and career and eating well and working out and, you know, all of the things that they've got going on in their life. It's never, the biggest mistake that we can make in our planning and in our marketing is assuming or presuming that people only want to hear about the thing that you are going to help them with, right? Yeah, you're going to help them with how to write a book. But if you can create connection first by really demonstrating that you know them and that you understand them, then and that you're not sitting there trying to convince them that they need you or that you're the right person. You know, if they can see that you are like, you get them, then you understand that they are complex people and that they have got shit going on that you can help them with, then you'll already be almost like a no-brainer decision for them when it comes to them taking the next steps with you, when it comes to them working with you, right? So know what their problems are, not in all of the areas that they're in their life and in their world. What are their goals, their dreams, their desires? What keeps them up at 3 o'clock in the morning when they're really worried about things not working, or when they're worried about things working, right? It's often people have got stuff. Like if you think about, I'm curious about this. Like if you're a single person, one of the fears that a single person might have is finding someone or not finding someone, right? Or I don't want to find somebody, you know, what if I find somebody? Or what if I don't? You know, you've got both of those things. Not everybody wants that, is worried about the lack of. Some people are worried about getting the thing that they really want, right? So you've got to know all of that. Know their story. Where are they at in their life and in their world, and how do they articulate that? The reason you need to spend time on this, and this thing takes time, right? This is not an activity that you are going to nail in an hour. If you are wanting to pivot, if you're wanting to change, if you're wanting to really connect online and stand out, be more visible, be in the spotlight, be seen by the people that you really want to help, then this is probably going to be a good 3 or 4 hour endeavor, if not longer. From there, once you've got all of that, the third step is going, all right, well, what do we need to do now? And this is a thing that you guys can't wriggle out of. The other stuff, step 1 to step 2 is theory, right? Anyone can do it. Step 3 is actually taking action and showing up and getting out there and being seen and being visible. This is why step 1 and step 2 are really important, because if you're going to get out there, you're going to have to show up as being showing up regularly, right? Most people are like, oh, I can't show up on social media. I don't know what people are going to say about me. I don't know what people are going to think about me. What are my peers going to think and going to say? You've just given your whole competition, you know, you've rolled out the red carpet for them to completely just, you know, go and sign up all of the people. Right? You've just given them all the permission. If you're unwilling to show up, then you need to not be in business. You've got to market yourself. You've got to put yourself out there. You've got to show up. You've got to be consistent, because everyone else in your industry is scared of doing it. So you've got this big, amazing window of opportunity for you to go on and be seen as someone who has an opinion, who is able to help them, who is the savior. Well, not the savior, but you know what I mean, like the savior of the thing that you do, that you can actually help them, right? You're going to give them advice. You're going to give them hints, tips, suggestions, hacks, little, you know, whatever it is, you're going to be you've got to be that person that shows up, and it will not necessarily get you a result straight away. But if you are consistent, then you win. You know, I look at people over the years who have you know, gone out there for a couple of weeks and go, doesn't work. Facebook doesn't work, right? Marketing doesn't work. You know, live streams don't work. Putting posts up don't work. And then we go back and we have a look at what they've done, and they've done it consistently maybe for 2 weeks, and then they've stopped. You know, a month of posting every day is not enough. You've got to be in this for the long haul. You will get results in the short term if you're structuring your stuff in a certain way that helps people to see that they can get help from you. But in terms of building your notoriety, your profile, your presence, being seen as an expert in your industry, which is what you will need to be seen as if you're going to close a sale, right? Then you've got to be consistent with showing up. It will, you know, there's that quote that, you know, if you've got talent and, you know, what wins, talent or consistency? And talent doesn't always win. It's usually that person that is consistent, that is willing to keep going. They are the people that are successful. They're the people that are picked. They're the people who are seen. They're the people who are celebrated and awarded, and, you know, whether it's with a new client or whatever it happens to be. You've got to be consistent and be in people's faces in a really lovely way. Your face is beautiful, so show up in people's faces. Carmen says, darn it. I know, you can't get around it, you know, but it all does come down to how badly do you want it? You know, how badly do you want the success? Do you want to work with clients? Do you want to build your business? Because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not saying that you have to go out there and sell yourself on a corner. I'm not saying that you have to consistently go and like do things that are immoral or wrong. I'm just saying to you, go up and start helping people, give people some advice, go talk online and share with people how they can get to know you, and, you know, give them some things that they can do before they buy from you so that they can see that you can help them. You know, I'm not asking you to give up your firstborn child, for God's sake. I'm just asking you to show up consistently and have a bit of a plan in place. So, and I'll explain what I mean by this. So I was talking to a lady earlier this morning, and she said that she was really worried about what people might say when she shows up online. And like the word trolls was mentioned. I've gone, oh, okay, you know what? I can count probably on one hand, less than one hand, how many people said overtly or obviously negative stuff that I saw to me last year. You know, I'm just not even worried about it anymore. And the reason for this is that I had a plan, and I used to be really worried about it, but I had a plan in place a few years ago, many years ago, 7 years ago, that if this was to happen, I had choices. So my first choice was either to respond and just kind of go like, haha, yeah, good one. Or like buy in and get angry and aggressive. The second choice was to instigate what I called the tribe effect. And this is where if somebody posted something stupid or horrible or mean or whatever, I would go and get some clients or friends of mine or peers of mine and say, hey, I've just had this happen on my page. Can you guys just come over and support me, please? And inadvertently, they would all just go like, pew, and they would descend. And I'm like, yeah, perfect. So you could instigate the tribe effect. So you can either buy in and comment, you can instigate the tribe effect, or the third thing that you could do is just block and delete. You don't have to tolerate bullshit. You do not have to keep those negative comments up there. Some people will say that if there's a negative comment on there, it's good if you can comment, if you've got the gumption to do that or the energy to do that, because it can help with engagement and it can help your people to see how you respond. So more often than not, that's usually what I would do. But don't go in there being defensive and kind of like angry and aggressive unless that's, you know, how you are, and then that's cool. I want you to be you. But you don't have to buy in if you don't want to. You don't have to comment. There is no rule on the planet that says you have to answer every comment that gets posted, be it negative or positive, on your stuff. So I would just, you know, if that's something that's holding you back, go back to step number 1 and pop that in there and just create a plan so that you know you've got this choice or this choice or this choice if that shitty thing were to happen, and then you can deal with it, and then you'll feel empowered. And usually the little secret here, if you've got that plan in place, it usually doesn't happen anyway, right? Because you've already, you've resolved in your head that, you know what, if that happens, it's not going to derail me. I'm just going to do this. I'm good. And then you usually are just perfectly good. So that's it, my friends. So those 3 steps on, then the 4th step is rinse and repeat, right? You just keep doing this and keep doing this, and it will continue to work for you, and you will blitz it, I promise you. So all of that being said, when you are out there online and you're offering your advice, your opinions, your hints, your tips and things like that, the one big thing that is glaringly obviously missing in a lot of posting these days are things about you. So what I want you to do is think of different things that you can talk about that help people to get to know you. So for instance, I mentioned my hair at the start of today, right? It's been, this is like 4 months growth. Did you know, actually, I got a message on Friday saying that my hairdresser is no longer hairdressing. So I don't know how to choose a new hairdresser. I haven't had to choose a new hairdresser for like, 14 years or something ridiculous. Longer than that, actually. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. Maybe like 16 years. I don't even know where to start. It's really a bit scary. So that's really kind of funny. But what you want to do is you want to help people to get to know you by sharing different insights into your life, into what's going on, into your thinking, without it being about business. All right. So to help you with this, I'm running Contentology again in February. It's so exciting. We start on the 1st of February, and every day for the whole month, I give you a word or a prompt, and you will go and create some content out of that. Now, it's worked really well. I've been running it for about 6 months, I think, maybe a bit longer. I think we started in May last year. And I am running the Queen of Contentology competition, which means that you could win $1,000 just for talking online about yourself using a specific prompt. It is pretty badass. You can see the comment in there. Actually, it's in the title of today's live, but let me just pop this in here. Come on, there we go. There we go. So jump in and join up. I'll add you into the group so that you can start practicing it. And the official competition starts on the 1st of February. So get your butts in on that. It's only $97. Spend $97. You could win $1,000. Not a bad ROI. Plus, you also get all of the other, the other payoff that comes along with posting regularly on your page, which will be more engagement. We've seen our people who have been through this program get more engagement, more comments, more shares, make more sales through everything that you share. So it is pretty badass. Even if you don't win, you will feel like a winner. But the chances are of you winning are pretty damn good. So on that note, my friends, I am going to love you and leave you. Hi, Ebony. I wish you all a fantastic, awesome, and amazing Monday. I cannot wait to talk to you tomorrow in the Coffee Run Live. And if there's anything that you want to know, make sure you let me know so that I can start really dialing in these coffee runs into the things that you want to know about. And I'm excited to help you build and grow your online business throughout 2021. Mwah! Have an amazing year. It's great to be back, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.